fam, Star Wars Dad back for another video. Today we're taking a look at Kylo from Shadows of the Galaxy with some of the new additions that it gets and get into some gameplay. Before we get into today's video, please make sure to check out my Patreon if you want to get more exclusive content from me, as well as like deck advice, new decks every day, just about if you ever, if you need any help building decks, that's kind of what I do on there, helping you with different leaders and different things like that. And make sure to sign up for the 5,500 subscriber giveaway, where I'll be giving away 3 Carbonite packs. For today's video, I'm going to be giving away a Hyperspace Leia Organa from Legends of the Force. So in the comments, please comment what's your favorite aggro deck from Legends of the Force, and what aggro decks do you think are going to do well? Kylo is definitely one that I think could do well. From testing today, it felt pretty decent. There were definitely some issues I've been running into, and I'll kind of talk about that. But kind of tweaking things and figuring things out as I go. So kind of where I'm at with this at the moment is just trying to go as wide as I can. But a lot of these units that you're going wide with, like Stormtrooper and Greedo, can die easily to so many things now, especially like with Talzin. I mean, a lot of these leaders have pinging abilities, Darth Maul, Kit Fisto. I mean, then you have all the other leaders from the other sets that do things like that. Darth Vader from Spark of Rebellion. Just a million different leaders. So those cards definitely have their weaknesses still, even Gunslinger as well. Gunslinger is great when somebody's not immediately pinging it or killing it. A lot of 1-drops here. 12 1-drops that we play on the ground. Then we're using Daring Raid as a way to kind of get over the top, as well as Chaos of War as a way to kind of close things out. So that the ideal way to play this from testing so far, and the way to play aggro, especially this kind of aggro, in my opinion, is to play as many units as possible first. Use your units to go as wide as you can, get as many threats on the board as you can, keep putting pressure with your units. Then, once you get close enough to closing the game out, then you're using cards like Daring Raid and Chaos of War to get over the top. Quinlan is an amazing closer in here with Constructed Lightsaber, with Surprise Strikes, Breaking Ins, Hotshot Blasters, just all of those cards with Quinlan just make it a beast. For example, if you have a Constructed Lightsaber on Quinlan, then it becomes a 6/8, and then if you attack with a Surprise Strike with the Constructed Lightsaber, you're getting in for, so with the Constructed Lightsaber alone, you're getting in for 6 with Raid 2, so 8, and then you're getting in for the 2 more damage, so 10 damage. So that's Constructed Lightsaber alone is 10 damage. Surprise Strike, Constructed Lightsaber, is going to be 13 damage. So Quinlan is an incredible closer. It's just such a good card, but such a great top-end card for Kylo, which is very low to the ground. And Quinlan just can be a beast. I think Quinlan helps a lot of these new red decks out. It helps Cad Bane. I think it helps Quinlan Tarkentown as well. But this is another deck I think it has a big impact on as far as just closing the game out quickly. Then we get to cards like Aura Sing with its hidden ability, which is great to keep it alive, so that you can even when you're close to ending the game, right, and you play like a card like Aura Sing, and your opponent doesn't have removal, they just have units, then that's a way for you to be able to Hotshot Blaster or Surprise Strike the following turn and get in for 5 or 6 damage to close the game out. So the hidden ability is very strong in these decks, and that may be I may need to add more hidden abilities in this deck as I've been playing this. HK47 is definitely a maybe card for me. You're not killing units in this deck, you're just putting damage. The reason I put it in here is because it's a 2/4, so it's more likely to survive in turn 1. It's been fine. It's definitely a maybe card. That's probably a card I would consider taking out as I playtest this deck more. Kylo's Tie Silencer, of course, just be able to discard it and play it, as well as just a good space unit on turn 1. Strike Ship is a new addition with Raid 3, so it becomes a 3/3 on attack. And cards like Surprise Strike, you swing for 6 damage on turn 2. Breaking In and Surprise Strike, we're playing 3 copies of both. I originally had Snapshot Reflexes in here as well, but I felt like I really needed Chaos of War as a way to close things out. When I get really close to winning, I needed something in addition to Daring Raid. So that's why I took that card out. 3 Grand Inquisitor and 3 Shin Hati. Both of those are hidden, so that is great for this deck, again, because it just allows those attackers to survive unless your opponent has, like, removal. But, when you're playing against a lot of these heavy unit decks, which a lot of decks are more focused on units in this game, then you're more likely for those units to survive. Shin Hati, obviously, with the shield is great. And then Grand Inquisitor with the Raid 1. Grand Inquisitor is a great target for Constructed Lightsaber as well as Shin Hati, because Grand Inquisitor is surprisingly good with Constructed Lightsaber. So it becomes a 6/7, and then when you attack in with, like, let's say a Hotshot Blaster is a common scenario at that point. So you're swinging in for 8 damage with Constructed Lightsaber alone, and then Hotshot Blaster makes it 10. A Surprise Strike makes it 11. So just sweet things like that. Grand Inquisitor is a very strong target. And a lot of times, like, from testing, you have the Grand Inquisitor and the Constructed Lightsaber in your hand, for example, and it actually makes more sense to put the lightsaber on the Inquisitor instead of the Kylo when it flips, because it keeps the Inquisitor alive and becomes a huge threat immediately. So just something to think about. This deck definitely, aggro is not the play style that I usually play. I'm more of, like, more mid-range soft control type of player, but aggro is where I started with card games. And when you play more, I've talked about this many times, but you play, like, more decks that are more control focused, you become a better aggro player because you learn how to pace yourself better, I think, and not, like, throw everything on the board. Understand that you're the aggressor and that your opponent is trying to stop you. So going wide is extremely important against a lot of decks. Arena dodging is good as well. You do have a breaking in to avoid sentinels, which is definitely important. The antagonizer also has Saboteur, which is nice. Like I said, the HK-47 is a maybe card. The cards, I have to look more in these colors to kind of see what I would possibly want in that slot. But things like something with Saboteur, or maybe just another 1-drop, just to kind of continuously go wide, might be the way to go. Maybe another space unit also might be a choice that I might do, but we'll see. Kind of going to playtest around with that more. Chaos of War, I think, is extremely important. At first, it was not a card that I wanted in the main just because it's double red, but I think in this deck, it's a great way to kind of get over the top. And around 5-6 resources, like, you don't care if you're spending 5 resources on that card to win the game, to get in for 4 or 5 damage a lot of times. So I think that's a card that I am definitely keeping in main board. I did originally play this list a little differently, like where Chaos is in the side, and then I had, like, 1 less breaking in, and then I had Force Choke and No Good to Me Dead in the main board. And I think that's fine as well. Like, you're basically using, especially because Force Choke only costs 1 resource when Kylo flips, is important to think about. Same with Force Throw is another card you could consider, just to kind of be a little more focused on your opponent's units, and then that makes HK a little more useful because it gets that 1 damage if you kill one of their units. Instead of having every one of their units kill your things, it's a way for you to kind of get around that. It's just another way I think you could potentially play this. But I was just trying to be as quick as possible today. And then Constructed Lightsaber is just amazing. It's great for Kylo. It's great for Quinlan. It's great for Inquisitor and Shin Hati. Just kind of any of those Force units to pump them up. The Raid 2 is very strong. So essentially it's like a 3-costed Darksaber because you're getting in for 4. It's a 4/3 when you attack. So that is awesome. And then Quinlan, like I said, is just an amazing closer in this deck. Such a fun card to play as well. In your everything you boost it with just makes it swing in for 8 power. Constructed Lightsaber Quinlan is just insane. Like I said, so that's something that I have definitely tried to pull off, but it becomes a huge target because it is so strong. But yeah, let's get into a few games. Sideboard is still just kind of figuring things out, and still figuring out the main board. Honestly, like it's still just trying to make it as optimal as possible, as quick as possible. So definitely would love to hear any suggestions you guys have, but it's definitely a fun one. I think this deck of the Kylo decks, I think this is the way that I would play it though. These boosts that you get in yellow with Aura Sing and Shin Hati, and then just the damage buffs that work so well with Quinlan. And Quinlan obviously is a huge boost to this deck as well as the lightsaber. Strike Ship's good too. But these boosts that you have paired with Quinlan, they just fit so well to make Kylo a legitimate threat, just to kind of run decks over. So, we'd love to hear how other people are playing this though, because I'm sure this is not the optimal list. This is still early on in Legends of the Force. It's like 2 days old, right? But yeah, let's get into a few games and kind of see how this deck looks like a decent hand. So no mulligan. Resource, Gunslinger, Daring Raid, I think is the plan. Go Greedo, Daring Raid, play Inquisitor next turn, and then well yep, that works. I don't even know if we necessarily needed to kill that, but doesn't seem like a bad idea. Shin Hati is good. I literally just got the win. Okay, but I literally just pulled a serialized Shin Hati from a Carbonite pack, which is disgusting. Probably, since this game is over already, I will show it in this video. Alright, looks like a good hand, I think. I'm just trying to plan out my... It's definitely resourcing Gunslinger. Probably... Well, that's not necessarily true, because Gunslinger Antagonizer is actually a pretty good start. Maybe just Starship, um, or Strike Ship and Daring Raid. Yeah, I like going wide with Kylo to get my hand empty. Can use the silencer on turn 3 when Kylo flips to discard it and play it again. See how fast this deck can be against Qui-Gon. I just pulled a... Speaking of more cards I just pulled a Showcase Qui-Gon Jinn. It is disgusting looking. It's probably one of the sweetest cards I've seen yet in this game. The colors on it and the lightsaber are so cool looking. I'm definitely getting that card graded. Let's go here first, and then that way if he does anything to kill me. Okay. That he... Okay, probably getting rid of Shin Hati. Next turn we can go Silencer Surprise Strike, which is pretty strong. Well, there you go. So let's just go here first, so if he draws a card, he can do it after I've already gotten in for damage. Yeah, I was gonna say I would imagine he would play defense here, but I don't know. Sure. I have the shield. Does he have any way of getting around the shield? Quinlan is good too. I don't have any way to buff it at the moment. I think it might be a turn 4 play. Let's just make it a 6-2. Can he get through? I'm trying to think if there's a way he can get through. Let's just try. Let's see what we can do here. Get it for 9. Okay. Nice. Sure. Play Kylo. See what he does. Try to get in for 5 more. Okay. He... okay. I see. Sure. Okay. That's nice. Alright, 12 damage. Not bad. I mean, do we want to just play both of these? Once we lost our... We can play both separately, right? We can resource one. Yeah. Let's get in for 5 because we know he has Ahsoka. We know that's coming, so let's just do that. If he discards a card, whatever. Okay. Gets in for... Yeah, sure. Let's play Gunslinger. Okay. Surprise Strike's good. HK's not bad. Kill Gunslinger. Okay, we're at 26. Sure, there goes that. Okay, we lose that. Just need like a daring raid, right? Do we? Yep, there's the daring raid. Okay. This deck's super fast. Yeah, I'd be interested to see who figures out Qui-Gon. But nice. Yeah, for sure. Take some finesse. Blue has felt the best to me. I tried really hard to make red work. Message me on YouTube and I can send you an updated blue list. Yeah, that's the thing with Qui-Gon. It's such a cool leader, but like you're forfeiting the initiative a lot when you're trying to do Qui-Gon's ability, which ends up putting you back. So blue is the only color I feel like right now that works because of restore and great removal. Because it helps you to kind of stabilize. So, but yeah, Qui-Gon is one that I think it could be decent to set for sure. Somebody could figure it out. Absolutely, I think blue might be the way to go. Which is unfortunate because red has so much cool hand disruption and things like that. But just, I mean, you have to play constructed lightsaber in red version to have a chance at gaining some life against these more aggressive opponents. Like you can see here what I'm doing. I'm just pushing, 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 and they're just trying to stop me. I mean, he almost got to that place, but I got enough damage through. Blue, though, I feel like I would have lost because he would have had restore, he would have had good removal right away, and then I probably would have not been able to get over the top. But yeah, good game, good game. All right, we got a double Stormtrooper start. Seems good. Turn 2, we can do Guavi and Greedo. Okay. I guess HK is better. So let's get rid of Daring Raid, Guavian. Just go as wide as we can possibly go. Okay. Alright, let's go Greedo first. Greedo's a good one, just because if they kill it somehow, then they might take damage. Yep. Nope. Just drew another Greedo. That's not great that they had this card. It's actually awful. Well, isn't that wonderful? Alright, we definitely want to arena dodge here because we see what's happening. Forest thing is fine though. Yeah, I mean that was honestly the best card he could have had last turn because it literally put us in a situation where we lost both those units without being able to do anything, which is awful. Okay, Hotshot Blaster's a good one here. And we just lost another Stormtrooper. Definitely going face. Gotta get some damage in, right? I think Shin Hati. I still think we have a decent chance if we find some of the right pieces of pressure cards, like surprise strikes and whatnot. But that was a rough start, losing 3 of our units like that. That was rough. The turn 1 ambush unit was very bad. Yeah, that didn't do much, and actually that helps Kylo, so I'm okay with that. He just took the shield off, right? Oh, he's gonna kill Shin Hati, I guess. What do we have in here? We got a Hotshot Blaster. Um, I still think I want to go as wide as possible. We lose Shin Hati, probably, right here, I would imagine. If we don't lose Shin Hati, then I'm attacking the Shin Hati. Okay. Let's go Forcing. That stinks. They keep doing this. I'm gonna let go of the Stormtrooper. I mean, yes, we have to exhaust that, but that's fine. Okay, now we have like a Hotshot Blaster type scenario next turn. Can't kill anything with Obi-Wan. Surprise Strike would be good, like a breaking in or surprise strike draw plus Hotshot Blaster. Even Snapshot Reflex would be good plus Hotshot Blaster. If he attacks one of our units, then that's the one we're going to attack with first. Okay. Yeah, that was good. Kylo is absolutely got to be the card we attack with here because it's going to die to Ahsoka. So we need to get in for damage. We're going to lose. Yeah, getting in for 9 is important. Then Hotshot Blaster with the other one. Okay. All right. I think we are okay. Does he have something with he might have something with ambush here. So now we're just kind of looking for daring raids, right? Yeah, I figured that's what happened. I mean, that's a card. It's hidden, so just pass. Which can play Orsing, and then we can Hotshot Blaster next turn for game. So these hidden units make a big difference in these kind of decks, man. Like just being protected from being attacked is amazing. Force throw is a card. Sorry, what just happened? Oh, he force throwed his own card. Okay, we'll just play Gunslinger. It's damage. Now we just need Daring Raid, right? He still has to play defense because everything we do threatens to win. We're getting a bunch of alerts here. We could discharge Snapshot Reflex to just like make him trade. I think that's fine actually. Makes it awkward. Because we know he's going to attack into it, right? So make him lose something. He's going to get in for a bunch of damage here. But all we have to find is a daring raid. Having the force throw in hand was, especially because he played that at 3 cost. It's not a card you would expect. Okay, here's the Orsing again. Same scenario. Just hope he doesn't have a force throw, right? We can actually put the constructed lightsaber on it too. He doesn't have another force throw. He's gonna get it for 713. So we just lose this game, this round, anyways. Yeah, we didn't find the daring raid, so good game. We ran out of gas. Not much we can do about that. Yeah, good game. Alright, no mulligan. I think we're gonna let go. Hotshot Blaster is an easy choice, and then probably one surprise strike against a deck like this where they're exhausting things. We need to go wide, so we're gonna go Gunslinger Stormtrooper. See what they do. I think ideal hand for us, for them, is like a, if they just play like Price in Your Head or something like that. Yeah, we need to have as many units as we can. Okay, that's actually good because they may be able to exhaust one, but all right, strike ship is good. Strike ship plus Greedo. Yeah, just get units on the board first, so we know he's going to exhaust something here most likely. Yep. Okay. Yeah, the strike ship is actually kind of just dead in the water, right? Should we surprise strike here? No, I still think we should get the strike ship down because then it forces him to attack in or to deal with strike ship next turn. And if he chooses to exhaust something first, then we have a different option. Okay, that's interesting. Should we play the strike ship or just claim the initiative? Because unfortunately, R2 can deal with many things. I think it doesn't matter. I think we just want to go as wide as possible. Okay, another Hotshot Blaster is good. This would have been nice if it was a Kylo, but what are you gonna do? Do you want to just play a Hotshot Blaster here? On one of these units? No, I'm gonna go wide. Okay, we lose the biggest one. Go there. Get in with that while we can. Ouch. Okay, he bounced the R2. That's interesting. Let's surprise strike. Greedo. Okay, he's going on the ground again. I would imagine. Well, he can't go on the ground now. Yeah, but he's gonna exhaust Gunslinger. Okay, that's fine. That's pretty cool. I like that. All right, we're up to 18. We're arena dodging fairly well. Hotshot Blaster next turn is gonna be nice. I think ideally we want Hotshot Blaster plus Surprise Strike next turn. Okay, we did not find that. Just playing Hotshot Blaster. It really depends on what they're able to do here, because they can exhaust something with 4 or less HP, right? Hotshot Blaster can get us in for 5 to 23. Strike Ship at this point is a waste. Is there any reason to go to 5? These are both hidden. Let's just go there. So we have how much damage on board? Okay. Yep, I figured that was going to happen. So we can get in for 5 to 23, 25, 27. Claim. We do have 2 Hotshot Blasters for next turn. If we don't go Hotshot Blaster, we can get in for 5, 7, go to 25, and then Hotshot Blaster next turn. I mean, either way, I think we're just Hotshot Blast. Yeah, we're just trying to close this game out. Because he's going to swing for 11 right now, which is 12. Yeah. So he's racing us. So we go. Yeah, we'd attack with 1 more unit here to 25, and then we're going to Hotshot Blaster next turn again with Greedo and hit swinging for game. I mean, he's at the point now where Greedo literally threatens lethal. So he has to claim initiative. To exhaust it? Okay, we're just going to do that now. Yeah, there's nothing he could do. Good game. Good one, good one. Alright, no mulligan. Definitely Hotshot Blaster is one resource. I'm thinking Greedo is the other. Let's go 2, 3, 4, 7. There's a small chance that I might play Constructed Lightsaber. The other option is to go wide. I like the idea of the lightsaber on Kylo because it basically makes it a 6, 4, 8, 8, 7. Swinging in for raid 2, so it swings in for 10 damage. But if we don't play it next turn, then we'd have to just get rid of Surprise Strike. And that doesn't feel like the best card to get rid of. Constructed Lightsaber. I mean, that does make Kylo really hard to kill. Let's go this route. That way we can play Greedo plus Surprise Strike next turn, Constructed Lightsaber on Kylo's flip, and then maybe something else. So we're going to go HK first because it's less likely to die. Greedo probably dies if we play it first. So go HK. HK is definitely still a maybe card for me. It feels okay, just it's not doing any killing of enemy units in this. Okay. HK versus HK. Interesting. So Surprise Strike for 5. These are interesting draws. It makes the Kylo flip interesting because we could play that plus Greedo next turn. Chaos of War is pretty good too, as a closer. So I think we're gonna scratch that idea and go Grand Inquisitor here. Ouch. It's a big draw. Can make this a 4/7 right now to protect it. It's not a bad idea because it's going to immediately kill Kylo. So what? Oh, it's not a force unit. Never mind. Yeah, can't do that. I don't know why I keep forgetting that about Constructed Lightsaber. It's like a weird thing. I've played that card so many times. I couldn't have played it on HK anyways. Um, yeah. Does he attack face? We can play it on Grand Inquisitor actually, so that's good to know. So it makes it a 5/7. That's probably going to be our best line of play now, because otherwise it just dies. So I don't think we want HK here. Start to, yeah, I don't know about this matchup. I mean, that fallen lightsaber is a problem for sure. Do we have a hot shot blaster here? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we have to play that on Grand Inquisitor to keep it alive. It does get, he does hit us for our damage. So he'll die if he attacks into us. They'll trade, which is fine. Not the greatest, but it's fine. Just depends on what he's playing. If he's trying to be more aggressive, or he's trying to get to his end game with bigger units. If he goes defensively or offensively here, makes him think. That's for sure. Okay. I mean, I think we're okay with getting rid of one of these. Get in for 9. 10, I mean. Yeah, because of raid. Nice. Now we're using the chaos basically to close this game out with attacking with Grand Inquisitor. Or it might use Hotshot Blaster. Depends on what happens next turn. Okay, we're just waiting on our opponent to decide what he's doing. Okay. Greedo. Does he have something for Kylo here? I'm trying to figure out what he has. I think we're going Hotshot Blaster first before the Chaos. I think Chaos is going to be our, like, last thing. He might have a Force Throw. Yeah, he could have a Force Throw right now. It kills Greedo. Yep, that's what's happening. It's a good card to discard, but again, we get it for more damage, so I'm okay with it. And then we Hotshot Blaster for 12. So, next turn. Okay, cool. Sure. Okay, we get in for 6. Go to 18. All right. These are great. That was a perfect draw. Surprise strike. Hotshot Blaster. If for some reason one of these units lives, you know, if he doesn't go defensively here. Um, so right now, Grand Inquisitor's attacking for 8. With Surprise Strike, it's 11. Kylo's attacking for 9. He's got to kill Inquisitor. Yeah. Oh, he did not. Okay. Well, good game. Good game.